this important subject, we have three scholars. To my left is Madam Sudha Mahalingam. She's a journalist and author. Pan-Asian Buddhist Manifestations, this is one of her works, Glimpsing the Woods Through the Trees. So it is incomplete over here what has been given. Then to my right is Dr. O.P. Jaiswal, former professor, Patna University, Bihar. To the extreme right is a scholar from the Council, Dr. Tenujen O. He's a research fellow at Indian Council of World Affairs, and he will be making a presentation on cultural linkages in building India-Southeast Asia relations. Let me start the proceedings by requesting Dr. Mahalingam to make her presentation first.
All I have to show you now are pictures of various Buddhist encounters I've had, and we'll talk a little about each one of them. It's in the Sichuan province in China. It's believed to be the biggest Buddha statue in the whole world. It's Maitreya Buddha. It's 71 meters tall. It is actually, this statue is twice as high or almost twice as high as the Statue of Liberty. It took nearly 100 years to it's carved out of a mountain. It's not been built. Why? What? Of course, we all know Buddhists have a penchant for building big, very big statues. But a mountain itself has been made into a statue. Why? Because there were 3 rivers in Sichuan in this area which were creating havoc. Any boat, any ship that sailed through the confluence of these 3 rivers just disappeared. So there was a monk called Hai Tong who decided he would build a big Buddhist shrine there in the form of a statue carved out of a mountain, and he started the work, and it got stalled midway because they didn't have funds. Legend has it that he gouged out his eyes as offering, and then it was continued subsequently by another king and took 100 years to build. So since then, the rubble from the mountain has fallen into the confluence, and the rivers are no longer turbulent, and it's become quite a peaceful area, and it's of course a very touristy area. Next one is Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple, also in Java in Indonesia, and it is Mahayana Buddhism again, built in the 9th century during the reign of Sailendra, King Sailendra. It has 9 platforms, 6 of which are square. On top of it you have 3 more circular platforms and more than 500 Buddha statues and more than 2,000 bas-reliefs. You know, aesthetics, the fount of aesthetics in my view is religion, whether it's good music, dance, painting, sculpture, architecture. Every art I think is nourished, nurtured by religion. So Buddhist religion has had its fair share of exquisite architecture of different types. So one of them is Borobudur. So this is, it's perfect, it's considered a perfect kind of architecture for the Buddhist philosophy. The Kama Dhatu, then you have the Rupa Dhatu and Arupa Dhatu, the circular platforms. Kama Dhatu is desire, a reign of desire. Then you come to a Rupa Dhatu, a reign of Dhatu, which is a reign of form. And the final one is Arupa, formlessness, and then you reach heaven.
Now Dr. Jaiswal will give us his presentation, please.
At Bodh Gaya, after achieving enlightenment, Lord Buddha kindled the light which radiated over vast area far and wide, changing the life, thought and personality of the masses, and the same light is still illuminating the life of millions and millions of people. This presentation will highlight on Bodh Gaya and its light, emphasizing its relevance to the present world, especially a case study of Thai society. The continued vitality of Buddhism in changing world is due to its close integration with the life of the people practicing social harmony and peace, which has permitted it to flourish despite the encroachment of Islam and Christianity. Buddhism not only fosters self-control but forbids cruelty and the persecution of others. Free mixing with other people is not hampered by racial or caste isolation, and this has enabled the Thai Buddhists to assimilate other nationalities and their cultures. Thailand is an example for study that what Lord Buddha preached and what Lord Buddha modeled his order, the same pattern is being followed still in Thailand and with all the migrants.
Now we move to the last presenter for the day, Dr. Tenzin No from the Council. You have the floor.
India being the birthplace of Buddha, and with all the important Buddhist sites being located in India and adjoining Nepal, there has been a movement of various pilgrimage and tourism that has been happening over the last so many centuries. So India and Southeast Asia's civilizational, cultural and people-to-people contact has reinforced the perception of the region as a land of golden opportunity. While one talks of India's relation with the region of Southeast Asia, their shared social-cultural ties dating back to many centuries remain to be the key element, and it is in this the foundation, lies the foundation of the continued and sustained relationship that India enjoys with the region of Southeast Asia till today. So when we look at the region of Southeast Asia, the map over here highlights the 10 countries of Southeast Asia that collectively form the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, known as ASEAN. The socio-cultural aspect of the ties, of India's ties with ASEAN is very much evident given the fact that it has been proposed by a Prime Minister at the recently concluded India ASEAN Commemorative Summit, which was held last January in New Delhi, to declare 2019 as the year of ASEAN-India tourism. Further, there has also been a proposal to set up tangible and non-tangible cultural heritage circuits to further promote tourism. The proposed Buddhist circuit, tourism circuit, could be important as it would attract tourists and pilgrims between the region. So even though India-ASEAN relation goes back into antiquity, it has to be said that the relation has continued to evolve and has not remained static as one would see. The logo that has been projected in the slide is the logo of the India-ASEAN Commemorative Summit. The logo is symbolic because it represents the 5-spoken wind turbine that represents energy, motion, progress, connectivity and dynamism.